You stamped a neon sticker on my garage that says, nuisance lighting, glare, improper aiming, after-hours disturbance. Because my motion floods came on when the raccoons toured the trash, and now the neighborhood app reads like I installed a lighthouse on Maple Court. Let's take a breath. I'm Officer Bennett. I'm here because the HOA logged 3 things on the light log. Your east side floodlight tripped 6 times between 10:20 p.m. and 1:05 a.m. and washed a neighbor's bedroom wall. The driveway light is aimed above the horizontal and throws glare across the street into a windshield. And the porch lamp runs at full brightness past the 10 LPM guideline instead of dimming. I'm not here to shame you for wanting to see your driveway. I'm here to keep this calm and walk you through what the rules actually require. Dark sky aiming below the horizon. Warm color temperature, motion sensitivity that ignores every leaf, and timers that dim or off ramp after 10, plus a quick way to set this up tonight so the raccoons can waddle without waking anyone. Calm would have been a card that says aim fixtures under the eave. Cap them with a hood, set motion to person size, change to warm bulbs, and run a 10 p.m. dim. Not a fluorescent sticker that made me feel like I tried to land a plane in my cul-de-sac. The sticker came because specifics matter, so I'll say them plainly. First, your garage floods are angled up, so the beam crosses the street at eye height. That's glare, not safety. Second, the east side light has a hyperactive PIR, passive infrared, set to max and a 5-minute hold time, so every cat becomes a security incident that stays bright enough to read a novel. Third, the porch sconce uses a cool 5000K bulb. Cool blue light punches through blinds and keeps people awake. None of that bans lighting. It just says, aim down, shield the source, pick warm light, and stop letting raccoon TV run past 10. My neighbor is crossing the street. She wrote the headlights into my bedroom post. Before she gets here, tell me how to stop owning a lighthouse without tripping over my trash can at midnight. We can keep your driveway visible and your neighbors asleep. 3 simple moves. Rotate every head below 90 degrees so you can't see the LED bead from the sidewalk. Add a hood or use fixtures with full cutoff so the lens isn't visible from the street. And change bulbs to 2700 3000K warm. Then set motion to medium sensitivity, 2-minute hold, and person only if your model supports it. Shrink the detection zone so it watches your driveway, not the neighbor's maple tree. Finally, use a timer or smart schedule. After 10 p.m., porch to 20-30% dim or off with a small path light near the step. Floods motion only with the hood aimed down. Isn't dark sky a fancy way to say trip in the dark? Dark sky means light the ground, not the sky. It's visibility without glare. You'll still see the step and the lock. The point is to stop lighting the neighbor's pillow. My side yard gets coyote traffic. I don't want to clip all the motion zones and invite a surprise. You keep security by layering. Keep a low path light on a timer along your trash route. Add a small step light at the gate, and keep the flood as a backup with a narrow beam that hits the turf only. The first layer lets you walk. The second layer activates only when a person crosses a set line. Coyotes and raccoons don't need a 5-minute Broadway finale. The sticker said, improper aiming. The fixture has a ball joint with no degrees. How do I know I'm under the horizon? Stand on the sidewalk and squat to eye level. If you can see any hot bead, the LED diode, you're aimed too high. Rotate until you see glow on the driveway, but not the emitter. If the joint won't go far enough, add a shield or swap to a cutoff head that hides the source. Here comes my neighbor. She's the one who said she could count the LEDs through her blinds and asked if I was running a stadium. Please keep this short. 20 seconds. Then we aim. Please. Short update. The lights stay, but we're aiming them down with shields so the source is hidden. Swapping to warm 2700 to 3000K lamps, setting motion to person only with a 2-minute hold, and adding a 10 p.m. dim on the porch with path lights at ankle height instead of flood beams. If any light hits your window after 10, text me and I'll fix it that hour. You should sleep without a spotlight, and they should still see their keys. That is all I needed, something that says, see your step, not wake my kid. Understood. My fixtures are cheap. Big box floods from when we moved in. Do I have to buy museum pieces now? You can keep the budget if you add snap-on hoods and switch bulbs. But if you want set and forget, pick full cutoff wall packs or shielded floods with adjustable glare guards and CRI 80 Plus at 3000K. 2 heads on the garage, 1 on the side, and small bollards or step lights for what your feet need. I used 5000K daylight bulbs because they looked bright on the shelf. Now the sticker hates blue. Why? Cool blue light scatters more and sneaks through blinds. Warm 2700 3000K reads calm, reveals tripping hazards just as well, and doesn't look like a dentist's office at midnight. The lumen number matters. The Kelvin matters at night even more. Explain the hold time. I set it to 5 minutes because I didn't want it turning off while I wrestled a bin. 2 minutes covers a bin wrestle. 5 minutes turns every cat into a neighborhood announcement. Set to 2 minutes, and if you're still there, it re-triggers. That's visibility without the long glare. The app thread said my sensor sees the street tree and thinks it's a person. How do I fix that without building a fence around the beam? Angle down so the sensor looks at driveway, not sky and road, and, if your model supports it, mask the sensor with the little tape strips that come in the box to block the top quadrant. You only need a wedge of vision, your bin path and your car door. My spouse likes the driveway looking alive when we come home. Dim porch, dark path, then boom, light. Is that dramatic reveal dead now? Keep the reveal, tame the splash. A welcoming scheme. Low path lights at 10-20% from dusk, porch at 30%, floods off. As the car hits your geofence or you trip the motion near the door, porch rises to 70%, and floods do a brief 2-minute kick aimed only at the driveway. After 10 p.m., the rise becomes softer, porch to 50%, floods stay off unless a person steps into the inner zone. Geofence is a lot of tech for my parents. Can we do this with a $20 timer and a ladder? Yes, mechanical timer on the porch 9:45 p.m. off or smart plug with schedule. Flood head angle down. Sensitivity medium. Hold 2 minutes. Add 2 plug-in solar step lights near the gate. Total: a ladder, a screwdriver, 4 bulbs, 1 smart plug. The sticker says light trespass. Is that an actual rule or a grumpy phrase? It's a rule. Light that leaves your property and hits someone's window or the road counts as trespass. We define it by source not visible from across the street and beam doesn't rise above horizontal. We're not measuring with a lab meter at 10 p.m. We're looking for common sense glare control. Garage floods face outward. If I aim them down, won't my bumper hide the beam and the driveway edge go dark? Use a wide but shallow beam. Type the 2-3 distribution, so it paints the ground out and sideways while the shield hides the source. Think umbrella of light on the concrete, not flashlight in the eyes. Do you care about wattage? We care about lumens at the ground and glare control. A shielded 12-watt LED aimed right can outperform an unshielded 30-watt pointed wrong. Lower wattage also means less bug party. Bugs. Someone on the thread said my lights were moth magnets. Cool blue light is bug bait. Warm 2700K cuts that way down. Keeping light low and shielded also keeps the moth disco off your neighbor's window. Okay, show me right now what to twist where. I don't want another midnight ping. Climb with me. Loosen the side grub screw. Rotate the head until the bezel points to the midpoint of your driveway. Now walk to the sidewalk. Can you see the LED bead? I see glow on concrete, not dots. Good. Tighten. Now the second head. Angle toward the gate. Keep the bezel just below the fence cap. Snap this glare guard on. It's a $7 plastic hood that saves friendships. Now the side flood. Lower by 2 clicks and tilt inward so it stops at your mulch, not your neighbor's wall. I bought bright white bulbs because the package shouted, security. Swap to 3000K. Label says soft white or warm white. Screw them in, and you'll see the concrete look natural instead of chalky. Security is see faces, not blind faces. What about the porch? The glass globe is clear. Isn't that always going to glare? Pop in a frosted warm bulb and add a low dim after 10. If you replace the fixture later, pick a downlight sconce with a shade that hides the lamp from the street. For tonight, frost and dim fixes 80%. My neighbor looks less angry. Ask her what line she wants for the thread so I don't wake up to a fresh essay. Give us the sentence you'd want to read. Say this. Aimed floods down with shields. No LED dots visible from the street, swapped to warm bulbs, motion is person only on 2-minute hold, porch dims after 10 p. Path lights handle late steps. If that's actually what you do, I'm fine. That's exactly what we're doing. I want to guarantee that if it glares again at midnight, I don't have to post on the app. I can text, and it gets fixed. Text and I'll adjust the same night. If we can't fix bi-angle, we'll change the head to full cutoff. You won't be a light test every weekend? The sticker threatened fines for after-hours disturbance. Are those automatic? They're real if nothing changes. But if you post proof tonight, photos from the sidewalk where you can't see LED beads, a screenshot of your 10 p.m. dim, and a 30-second phone clip at night showing your beam stays below the fence cap, I mark in progress. No fines today. After a week of no logs and no neighbor texts, I mark resolved, compliant. Explain the Kelvin thing one more time so I can buy the right box without feeling like I need a physics degree. Color temperature is the warmth of the light. 2700K, 3000K looks like a cozy lamp. 4000K, 5000K looks like noon. Night is for warm. Read the box. If it says soft or warm, you're good. If it says daylight or cool, skip it. I have a camera by the porch. The integrated light is bright and white. Do I tape it? Use the camera's low light mode without the white LED flood, or set its light to low and warm if adjustable. Many cams let the sensor do the work. Let a gentle porch dim handle faces. Don't blast people with a camera flood at 1 a.m. Is there an ADA or safety standard for minimum light at steps? I don't want a trip claim. General target is about 1 2-foot candles at tread level. A simple step light or bollard gives you that without aiming a cannon at your neighbor's bed. We're not measuring with a meter here. We're checking. Can you see the edge of the step? Yes. Can the neighbor see your bulb? No. That's the win. Holiday season made me leave the porch at full tilt last year so delivery drivers wouldn't trip. Can I keep a door wreath light after 10? Keep the wreath at a dim, kill floods, and keep the porch lower. The delivery folks have headlamps and scanners. Your job is to show the step and number, not wash the cul-de-sac. My kid likes driveway basketball at 7 p.m. in winter. That means lights. Will the shield ruin their aim? Shielded light helps. No glare in their eyes means better shots. Keep the driveway light down and add a garage interior light with the door half open until 9 p.m. Then lights taper. That keeps your hoop happy and your neighbors asleep. Speed round, bugs, color, and numbers. Warm 3000K and fewer bugs. Paint fixtures neutral. No mirror chrome. Keep house numbers lit at night with a tiny downlight. It's safety, not glare. Wind rattles the motion sensor and it triggers from the eave wobble. Can I stabilize it? Tighten the mounting plate. Add a rubber washer between fixture and wall, and reduce the sensor's field with mask tape so wind on the edge of the view doesn't trip it. The side yard is the bigger issue. It points at the neighbor's baby's room. I pulled the bulb last night. We'll fix with angle and hood now, and if you want a belt and suspenders, swap that side flood for a downlight wall pack tucked under the eave aimed at your path only. It's a solve-once device. My spouse wants to know if the HOA is going to start measuring my lumens with a drone. No drones, no lumens wars. If your source is hidden from the sidewalk and your beam stays below horizontal, we don't need instruments. Your neighbors will tell you with their sleep. Okay, what exactly do you want uploaded tonight so the sticker gets retired? 3 things. A sidewalk photo at night showing no visible LEDs, just ground glow. A screenshot of your porch schedule showing dim or off at 10 p.m. and a 60-second video standing in your neighbor's usual line of sight showing the flood throws below the fence cap and turns off after 2 minutes. Add a sentence. Warm 3000K lamps, shielded heads aimed below horizon, person-only motion, 2-minute hold, porch dim after 10 p.m. I'll flip your file to in progress, no fines. After a calm week, I close it. My neighbor looks like she wants a final word that isn't a TED Talk. Last line, thanks for fixing it tonight. If the glow drifts again, I'll text you before the app. Perfect. Maple Court at 9:38. The ladder clinks back into the garage. A bright white bulb drops into a box and a warm bulb takes its place. A cheap glare hood clips into a quiet click. A phone screen slides a porch slider from 100% to 30% for after 10. A step light flicks on near the gate like a runway for raccoons who can read. A hand waves from the sidewalk. The neighbor's blinds show nothing but the faint suggestion of a lamp. At 10:07, a cat triggers a beam that paints. Only the driveway and dies at 10:09. Nobody wakes. The sticker edge curls in the dew and gives up. For anyone watching later, this didn't end with a blackout or a fight about taste. We kept the light and killed the glare, aimed every head down, hid the source with shields and full cutoffs, swapped to warm 3000K, shrank motion zones. To person only with a 2-minute hold, added step and path lights for feet and set a 10p. Porch dim off, so bedrooms stay dark. The driveway is visible. Packages find the door. Raccoons host their midnight gossip in peace, and the cul-de-sac sleeps. Say it clean for the close. Here it is.